Chelsea are up against Newcastle and Eddie Howe this weekend. Now, this is a match that should have been more competitive, but the fucking point is going to be that Newcastle are hit with so many injuries, so therefore their starting 11 is not going to be the starting 11 we've seen throughout this entire season. I believe they have 14 players out right now due to injuries, suspensions, and all of the above, so therefore, again, Eddie Howe has a massive task to overcome, not only just for his players, but to, again, figure out a way to beat Chelsea. Now, Chelsea themselves are obviously up on the rise after beating Tottenham and drawing to Manchester City, a 4-4 draw. And this will be a testament for not only Newcastle, but for Chelsea, because as they keep grinding and winning these games or gaining points from these teams, this again will be what Chelsea are going to want to do this match. So let's look at their formation. Now looking at Chelsea's formation, and we're most likely going to stick with what we've been doing these last couple games. The 4-3-3, which again, Sterling, Palmer up top. Jackson will still get the start. I know Nkunku has been the talking point, but he will not be match fit for this match. Now the big talking point is going to be where Chelsea are going to be playing this entire match. Now Newcastle love to play in the narrow part of the central midfield. This is great news for Chelsea because this is where Chelsea do dominate thanks to these three players. Gallagher, Fernandes, and Caicedo. These three players can pretty much swarm everywhere into the midfield. So again, anywhere that ball is moving, those players will be following that ball and tracking it the entire time. On top of that, we also have our wingbacks here. So we're going to have James and Cucurella, who will start this game. I know we've talked about possibly different formations and different players. Reece James is fully fit. We've seen him play against Manchester City. So again, he will be okay to cover this right side for the entire match and make these overlapping runs. And we will talk about that in just a second. But the other big talking point is this left side for Newcastle, right in this area, because that is where Trippier will be playing and be a very creative player for Newcastle. We know he can play a wonderful ball into the box, but what Chelsea are going to do to counter that is actually do the opposite and push Sterling up, because if they are able to push him up higher, that means that he's going to have to drop back further into this pitch and not move up, because if he does, it will leave a massive gap in this area for not only Sterling, but for Fernandes, Jackson, and even Cucurella to even drop into that area. And we may even see Palmer drift across this area in case James does move up into that side. So again, there are different options that could lead to, again, Chelsea scoring goals and also creating chances. So again, what we want to see is this area of the pitch being overrun with Chelsea with the ball. So whether we do ping the ball from Disasi, from Silva, Cucurella, even Reece James hitting these balls in the area to switch the play, because again, if we're overloading this side like so as players move up, this is going to leave Sterling wide open to receive a long ball over the top, which again, if he's able to do his thing, dribble into the box, he'll be able to find Jackson, who has been able to score these last couple of games. If not, he can also find Fernandes, Gallagher, who can have a shot from outside the box, or even Palmer on that back post, and the same thing with James running on that back post as well. So granted, there are quite a few different options for Chelsea to attack and score goals in this game. Now, that's not saying that's the only opportunity that they're going to have, because with the height that Chelsea do have between these two players right here, on the corner kick, Chelsea are going to be able to, again, press these players up the box and actually attack Newcastle on a free kick and corner kick, because we've seen Newcastle, they are decimated right now with their injuries. So again, with these players and their capabilities of heading the ball inside the box, they're going to be very difficult to defend. So Chelsea do have multiple options to break down Newcastle. Now, it should be stated that this game, again, is Newcastle versus Chelsea. Newcastle are sitting above them on the table. They are at 20 points, where Chelsea are sitting at 16 points in 10th position. But still, Chelsea are most likely going to be the better team. They're coming back with a lot of healthy players, so therefore they're going to have more depth. They're going to have better players starting on the pitch, and therefore, again, if they're able to score a goal quickly, they will be able to dominate this game, because like Manchester City, like Arsenal, Newcastle do not play low block, and therefore, again, this is going to be a match that's going to be back and forth, and that's what Chelsea love to do, because if they have space in the midfield out on the wings, they can create chances, and once they start creating more chances, they have better chances of scoring those goals, which we know Chelsea have been doing as of lately. So therefore, again, this is a match for Chelsea to get all 3 points as they should. So I want to know what you guys think. What are your predictions for this match? I believe Chelsea will win this match 3-0. I think they will keep a clean sheet and also get all 3 points this match. If you agree with me, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe down below if you do like this content, so that way you can see more and more videos like this.